was 12 years old, I had the pleasure of going onto the construction sites through my dad, who was an engineer, ran an engineering company, to be a rodman. And to be honest with you, in the distance you would see the different phasings of homes being built, and that really fascinated me. So when I turned 14 and 15, I spent my time actually working as a laborer on the construction sites in these homes being built to the finished stage, and I got really fascinated by it. So the next step obviously was to frame homes, and that actually was my favorite, I think, role in construction to that point, because it gave you such a sense of accomplishment. I'd walk up to a concrete foundation. You'd have two piles of wood sitting on one side, the lumber. You'd haul it on, you'd erect this house, and then at the end of the day, you'd be walking down the street. I remember finishing my first home, which was 2,800 square feet with a conventional roof, and looking back and thinking to myself, wow, it had really touched me. Because I was actually looking at a home that I had physically built with my hands for a family who was going to live there, have memories there, and just enjoy life together. And it just really sort of set me on my journey, I guess, to becoming the home builder that I am today. Shortly after that, I became an assistant site super, where we're building 400 to 500 homes that are shot. And then subsequently, by the time I was 23, I was a site super. So by the time I was 26, I thought, you know, if I'm going to spend 12, 13, 14 hours a day working in this industry, like, why not do it for myself? So what do? You start lean and mean. I started finishing basements. So if my first basement, once I had finished it, I'd actually had another contract in line, and before you knew it, in 6 months, I had 6 basements going, and I was running the basement business as if I was on a production site. Trades running in, trades running out, and on a timeline basis that the customers were really pleased. But then it sort of took me to the stage where I finally got to where I wanted to go to, a custom home. And I remember the first custom home I built, I thought the world, I should say the sun set on this place. It was fantastic. It was 4,000 square feet, and even today I drive by it now and I sort of chuckle because it still touches me for what I actually created there. But compared to what I do today, the journey has been really quite exceptional. So by the mid to late 90s, I'd worked my business, Valleymede, up to a 5-site production company. And then I still sort of didn't feel the fulfillment that I wanted because we're just rattling houses out. So then I went back to custom, and I went in and started with one custom home that was around, say 5,000 square feet. Then the next one was like 8,000 square feet. And then I just took the jump into 18, 20, 25, 32,000 square feet. And the one thing that really helped me through the whole course of this was A, not only what I had learned on the sites, but B, the fact that I had had the opportunity to work with 2 architects. One that was fantastic on exterior elevations, another one that was fantastic on interior layouts. So with their thoughts today, I can go take a piece of property, already envision the home, and actually start to create it. But I still think the biggest rush for me is when I walk into a room that's just been drywalled. It's like an empty canvas, and I get to paint it. Throw a little trim here, throw some wainscoting there, plaster molds here, and the next thing you know, I create these very elegant homes. So what I've done is I've put together a collage of videos of the different finishing stages these homes go through. I find it fascinating. I hope you will.